Music Factory 2. Basic Concepts. Unit 2.
We are going to start talking about accidentals. Accidentals are symbols which modify the pitch of a note. They are placed before the note. These symbols are double flat, flat, natural, sharp, and double sharp. Here you have the explanation of how they work. The double flat lowers the pitch of a note by 2 semitones. Listen to G and G double flat. The flat lowers the pitch of a note a semitone. Now pay attention to how G and G flat sound. The natural cancels the previous sharps or flats. In this case, you will hear G sharp and next G natural. The sharp raises the pitch of a note by 1 semitone. Listen to G and G sharp. The double sharp raises the pitch of a note by 2 semitones. Finally, listen to how G and G double sharp sound. These accidentals are placed before the note and affect notes of the same pitch within a bar. The flat affects the 3 G notes within the same bar. If the symbols for flats or sharps are placed after the clef at the beginning of the stave, they form the key signature and they affect the whole stave. Courtesy accidentals are not strictly necessary, but they are used to remind the performer of a real pitch of a note that had previously been altered by accidentals. Courtesy accidentals appear in brackets. As we are talking about tones and semitones, let's review some concepts. A tone is the distance, or interval, between notes or sounds that corresponds to a step, the largest distance between 2 notes. A semitone refers to the shortest distance between 2 notes or sounds. This distance corresponds to a half step. Look at the C scale and its combination of tones and semitones. As you can see, the intervals between EF and BC span a semitone, while the intervals between the other notes span a tone. Other concepts we should take into account are the diatonic semitone and the chromatic semitone. A diatonic semitone is the smallest interval between 2 notes that have different letter names but are separated by a half step. Listen to the first example of a diatonic semitone. And the second example is EF. A chromatic semitone refers to the interval between 2 notes that have the same name but differ by a half step. An example of a chromatic interval is F and F sharp. Listen to how the 2 notes sound. Another example of a chromatic interval is G and G flat. This is how the interval sounds.
The end.